I know you're not a big picture guy, but I mean, there's no way around just the stakes and what's on the line this weekend.
Yeah, getting to go play a competitive, meaningful game in December is really what it comes down to, and in a hostile environment, very quality opponent, team that's won the fourth quarter in a lot of football games over the last 2 years, and so it's a great opportunity for us to go, compete and earn everything we get.
Liam, on Surtain, how unique is it? He can play both sides equally. What makes him good as a cover guy?
Yeah, the length, speed, combination, physicality, ball skills, anticipation, you name it. Very talented player, competitive, will tackle. He's kind of got all the skills and trades, obviously reigning defensive player of the year. So very talented player that we got to be aware of. Have to go and win one-on-one matchups when we do have those opportunities, and give our guys quality throws to put it in places where he can't, go get his length and hands on it. So definitely somebody that we need to be aware of throughout the entire game.
When you're playing a guy like Nix who takes off a good bit, how do you kind of simulate and prepare for that in practice?
Yeah, Carter Bradley and Nick will be able to help us out with that a little bit this week. And look, he's done a great job moving off his spot. When he is playing on time and in rhythm, he's got a quick trigger, quick release, strong arm, and then so much of the off schedule and him being able to escape, get out, remain a passer, but also hurt you with his legs if he does decide to take off. So we've got to do a great job plastering, running to the football, and also like in the back end, we've got to make sure we are covering, competing, and staying sticky throughout the echo of the whistle.
That put more pressure on the front or the back?
I think it's a combo, right? We watched it today, a bunch of clips of it this morning as a team, and how much in unison that is and how much that does play a part. I showed some clips of guys, feeling like they had something covered or may have had them down or corralled, and then the play's not over. It's definitely one of those things that's one of his best traits, is just going and being a football player. He's a coach's son who understands the game.
Denver has 58 sacks. What stands out about their talent and their scheme?
Yeah, very talented group. Multiple, both guys on the edge can go. Both guys, Cooper and Benito. Benito does a great job jumping the snap count, hearing the snap count. You can tell he studies it. Obviously a, benefit for them being at home for that standpoint. And he's got a quick get off. Inside, Allen does a great job rushing at the 3 technique or at the guard position. And I've had a lot of respect for him for a long time. He's a Northeast dude that went to BC, got a lot of respect for him. And schematically, they do a nice job of, not rushing for all that much. It's usually 5-man rush, which you got a lot of one-on-ones out there, and great opportunities for our guys to continue to take steps in the right direction and take it personally to protect the quarterback, especially in a hostile environment.
This team has been through a lot of different situations, highly favored, big underdogs, overtime wins, comebacks and things of that nature. Just how does that prepare this team for something like a game like it's going to happen on Sunday, and how valuable has that been throughout the season?
Yeah, it's good to win different ways. You learn about your team each week, and adversity is usually how we learn. So we've been able to go through some of that. This will definitely be the loudest environment we've been in thus far, so we've got to prepare for that during the week.
How tough of a place is Mile High to play?
I've only been once. In 2018, we played there when I was in LA. It was a really cool atmosphere. You can tell that teams have struggled, specifically in the fourth quarter, against these guys over the last 2 years, of whether it's communication issues, whether it's fatigue, energy, whatever it is. But some teams have had a hard time in the fourth quarter, with missed assignments or execution or communication, whatever it is. And then also, Denver being able to utilize some tempo in the fourth and get their rushers going, whatever it is. So it's going to be a definitely a challenging atmosphere for sure.
You're getting a lot of compliments online for the Bashal Tootin touchdown in the red zone. Walk us through the eye candy that you gave on that, and what went into finding those RBs Sunday?
Yeah, I can't take. I mean, that was Shane Waldron does our red zone, and so he brought that one to me earlier last week, and a play that we've run and had installed for a long time, and just kind of window dressed it a little bit differently with TJ coming in. Orbit motion there and just trying to peel off the flat defender and give those guys something different to look at to get to an open in the end zone there. So it was just a good job by our staff of kind of plays off plays and just doing something that could create a little bit of eye discipline issues and get to an open there.
Liam, playing at altitude with Cam Little during pregame, will you look at 70 yards for a field goal, and how interested are you to see what his range would be?
Yeah, it'll be cool to watch. I know my golf ball goes a lot further than it does out here, I think, so I'm excited to see what that looks like, and, maybe it's a big factor in the game, maybe it's not, but I do think it'll be pretty cool to watch him at least let it rip.
Are you excited to see LeQuint kind of step into a bigger role with Tootin banged up here a little bit?
Yeah, I trust LeQuint we've obviously trusted LeQuint for a long time since he's got here to help us, whether it was in pass protection, special teams, and then when he's gotten carries, he runs violently and is taking care of the football. So excited about that and fully just, anticipate him stepping into that role and being able to execute for us.
Do you have any past experience with DJ Dallas coming in, or is that just somebody who y'all identified as somebody who can come in and return?
Yeah, I haven't personally, but a number of guys on our staff has. Shane, Chad, Spencer Whipple, all had experience with him at one point or another. And, that was something that we looked at for the return game and also a veteran that, played in football games and knows how to go handle atmospheres like this. And I've only heard good things about him, so look forward to getting him onboarded.
You get a lot of praise inside the building for your communication skills, better than mine, clearly there. But what does that go back to? Like, where do you credit somebody with getting you there?
Yeah, I think great role models throughout life. Obviously, grew up in a household of a football coach that was, very communication and being honest with people were pretty at the forefront of the way that my dad operated as a coach, whether it was in college or high school. And then as you go into the profession itself, and you got great mentors all throughout. My college coach was one of the best communicators that I had been around, Don Brown, with the way that he communicated with us as players, but also his staff. And then you go to LA and you see probably the best example of it with Sean, and just how in unison everybody was when I got there, and for those years there, that keep the main thing, and the standards are high, but everybody's going to make mistakes. Everybody's going to have an ability to show that they can improve and be coached. And I think that as much as you can help foster those relationships, the better off it's going to be.
And then what about the last few weeks we've seen you thanking, like, whether it be the kitchen staff, the grounds crew, is that something you picked up along the way, or is that your own? Yeah,
that was something that, again, Shane Waldron we collaborated on with Jay Kaiser, and hadn't done it much in years past. I thought it was a great idea from some of the guys bringing that up to, look, it's so much of what we do every day is very seamless and easy because of the work of a lot of others. And we get the glory on Sundays, and we also get the negatives, right, when you lose. And so win, lose, or draw, our jobs are easier because of the people in this building and the amount of time and effort that they spend and pride that they put into their jobs. And so very important, especially around the holiday season, to give thanks.
What kind of ascension have you seen the last couple weeks with Trayvon Walker, dealing with the wrist, dealing with the knee, and I feel like he's turning the corner?
Yeah. tough dude that wanted to play football, right? And it was hard for him not being out. Continue to get him going and to get him more and more reps and comfortable being back out there. So made a huge play for us on the fourth down stop over the last few weeks, and hopefully continues to ascend.
Another strong week from Cole Van Lanen. No sacks allowed for the O-line again. Just talk about this offensive line, clicking at the right time.
Yeah. Cole, we've seen him step into many roles, right, and be able to fill those admirably. And, last week was no different. The whole group protected their tails off and were kind of clean in the pocket physically and violently. Great test for us this week, as you guys know, and hopefully be able to go run the ball a little bit better.
Is it harder when the sacks come from everywhere as opposed to dealing with just one guy? I'm assuming how much harder it is to prepare for that.
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, you try to prepare for chips and relief for one guy or so. It's hard to do it at both the ends and inside. It's just hard to go help, and especially where they do so much five-man rush that by alignment alone makes it difficult and challenging to find where you're going to go and try to provide a little relief and help for. So they do it both with their personnel and they have good scheme. I mean, Vance Joseph's one of the best out there right now, and got a lot of respect for the way that they've put their players in the best positions to be successful, and winning one-on-one matchups is what this league's all about.
Pat Dickerson's been in the league 7 years. His first career start the other day. How did he look? How did he respond?
Yeah, Matt's done a nice job. I think all the offensive linemen would tell you that he's made their lives pretty frustrating for a long time since he got with us. He's been doing everything we've asked him to do. He's very strong. He's strong hands. You shake his hand and it's like breaks it. He's tough. He just does what he's asked to do, and hopefully keep getting better for us.
Coach, a lot of the guys that have been here for a few years have said this is a new Jaguars team. Just from your perspective, from when you came in to now, how much growth have you seen, not only in what they're able to do on the field, but also just coming together as a group off the field?
Yeah, I think that's the most important thing, is the collaboration, chemistry between the players and coaches as well. The trust level, I think, is maybe a little bit more collaborative and unique at this time in terms of, look, we've been through a lot of games together, we've been through a lot of weeks, a lot of practices, a lot of walkthroughs, a lot of meetings, and I think at this point in the season, there's a trust level between all of us that I think they trust that we're trying to put them in the best position to be successful, and I trust that they're going to go out and play their ass off every Sunday. So that's something that's pretty fun to watch.
Thank you.